Hello everybody, my name is Dolores Keaveney and today I'm going to do a little workshop with you and I'm going to read my latest book called The Little Sunflower Seed, and at the end we're going to do a little project where we sow some sunflower seeds and we try and grow the tallest sunflower in the world. Let's start. Once there was a granny who loved her garden. She would spend many hours every week weeding it and keeping it looking wonderful. Every Monday, her two little grandchildren called Austin and Hugh came for the afternoon. They had great fun with their granny. She would sometimes let them sow seeds in little pots and they would then transplant them into her garden. On one of those visits, they went to the garden centre to buy some seeds for the garden. While they were there, Granny saw a notice, the tallest sunflower competition. "Look, boys," she said, "will we take part in this competition?" "Yes," cried Hugh, the oldest boy. She was delighted to see the packet of seeds on the counter and she took one and headed home to sow it. The children opened the packet and shook out the seeds. They all looked good except for one. "Look, Granny," they said, "this is a very tiny seed. Will we throw it away?" Granny took one look and realised it was the smallest seed she had ever seen. She thought for a little while, "No, we will plant it and give it a chance." They got lots of little pots and filled them with compost, and the children planted all the seeds, including the tiny seed that was so small you could hardly see it. They got pen and paper and wrote a little sign on the pot which said, "The smallest sunflower seed." They then watered them and left them in Granny's nice greenhouse for a week or two. Granny had not much hope for the little tiny seed, but every day she would go to her greenhouse and water it and talk to it. It took a while for the little seed to start to grow, but it gradually got bigger and bigger, and eventually she dug up a space in her beautiful garden and together with the children, they planted it. They also planted the other seeds, which were very big and strong, and took great care of the little seed, watering it and staking it, and it just grew and grew. Every day Granny would check it, and every day it grew taller and taller, and all the other sunflower seeds also grew. Suddenly there was a competition on among them, including the little one, to see who would grow the tallest. And as the weeks passed and the long summer days came and went, the sunflowers grew and grew. Every time the children came for their visit, they would sing a little song. "Sunflower, sunflower, growing up so tall. Sunflower, sunflower, against the garden wall. Sunflower, sunflower, growing up so high. Sunflower, sunflower, right up to the sky." Granny and the children went away on their holidays. And when they came home, they ran down the garden. They were so excited. "Look, look," said the children. They were all amazed to see the beautiful sunflowers swaying in the wind. "Look how big and tall they have all grown," they said. The tallest was the tiny seed that they almost threw away. The sunflower was at least 10 foot tall, and its beautiful big flower head was bursting with colour and danced and swayed in the breeze. Many bees and birds came along. The bees came to collect pollen for their hive. Granny could not believe that such a tiny seed would have produced such a beautiful tall flower. "Let's go back to the garden centre with our entry for the competition," she said to the children. The owner came with his measuring tape and measured it. They were all so excited because they knew that their sunflower was definitely the tallest. They had to wait for a while for the result. A week passed and one day a knock came to the door. It was the owner of the garden centre with a big shiny cup. The little sunflower was the winner. They were very happy. Then, soon it was autumn, and the long winter came. All the lovely yellow flowers on the sunflower had disappeared. All the pollen had been collected by the bees. The once beautiful sunflower was dried up and dead. But it was not really dead. Right there in the center of the dried up flower were hundreds of fat, juicy seeds. Granny and the children collected up some of them to eat for their breakfast in the morning. She also saved some for next year to plant in her garden. When the frost came, all the little birds came along and had lots of juicy sunflower seeds to feed right throughout the winter. So go ahead and plant some sunflowers, and maybe you will be the next owner of the tallest sunflower in the world. And just remember that the smallest can be the greatest. So come along now and we'll sow some sunflowers. So now, children, these are a few fun facts about sunflowers. The tallest sunflower grew in Germany, and it grew to be 30 foot high. And it's in the Guinness Book of Records, which is a record of the tallest and the biggest and the fattest, everything. Sunflower seeds are marvelous for the bees. The bees fly in springtime when the sunflower is full of pollen, and they just fly into the sunflower and they pick up the pollen, put it on their leg and carry it back into their beehive to feed the babies. In winter, when the little sunflower is dead, like this looks dead, what happens is the birds come in and they pick up food to eat. When you look at that, you think, oh, that's a dead sunflower, but it's not, because it's full of amazing, fat, juicy seeds. Look, there you go. And I could eat that if I wanted to. And I have a bowl of sunflower seeds here that I bought in a shop, and there they are with the shells taken off, and I can eat them like this, look. And they taste delicious. Did you know that one big sunflower seed about this size would grow 2,000 seeds? That's a lot of sunflowers. Sunflowers are used to make sunflower oil. In France, if you look out into the fields, you see loads and loads of sunflowers growing. And in autumn, the farmer comes along, he pulls the heads off the sunflowers, he brings them into the factory and he squeezes juicy sunflower oil out of them. Also, if you wanted to grow your own sunflowers, you can, in autumn, you can let them dry. You can make your own little packets like this, and you could sell the packets to your friends and give the money to charity. And now I'm going to show you how to sow your seeds and pot them on and transfer them into your garden. Okay, you need a little pot like this with plenty of moss peat. You get your little sunflowers. You have two different colours. You have a white one and a black one. To sow your sunflowers, you just put your finger into the clay and pop in a seed and press down the clay. And you just put that into your greenhouse, or you put it on a windowsill or outside until they start to grow. Eventually, they will grow to be this size with 2 leaves, and you put more clay into a little pot and you push in your seed, your little plant. Then they will grow a bit taller, like this one. You put more compost into a pot and you plant it in there. Now that's ready in a week to transfer into your garden. And my grandchildren, Hugh and Austin, are here to plant the seeds into the garden. We're now going to sow these little plants. They're ready to be planted into the pot so that we can grow the tallest sunflower in the world. So this is what we do. We dig a little hole with our fingers. You put one hole there, Hugh. Put your finger in. It doesn't matter if you get all your fingers, it doesn't matter if they get dirty. Then we're going to take out, now how to get them out is this, you press the bottom like that, look, and they all come out, and you sew that one in there, just down there, and put some clay around. This is my one, I'm going to put it in here. Push the clay around, push it down like this, look, and never be afraid to get your hands dirty. And you just do this, look. And when you're putting sunflowers into a pot, you see this? This is half a little, we cut a bottle, a plastic bottle, and you make a little hole in the middle and you push that down like that. And now when you want to water your sunflowers, all you have to do is pour the water into that. And sunflowers need lots and lots of water because they're very thirsty. And if you want to grow the tallest sunflower, you need to look after it and give it lots of TLC, tender, loving care. So that's it, folks. Just remember that you can plant sunflowers from April until the middle of July, which means that you will have sunflowers in your garden from all over the summer and right into the middle of autumn. And that means that you plant the sunflowers every week, a few seeds every week. And if you want to find out more about my books and videos, just get onto my website on doloreskeaveney.com. Thank you.